Welcome. It is October 13th at 6:24, and this is a meeting of the Safety and Health Committee. We have two items to discuss. The first one is providing a recommendation to Council authorizing agreement between the City of Troy and the Miami County Public Health District for health services for 2026. Anything?
And you are?
Oh, I am Bill Twiss, otherwise known as William, and to my left is Mr. Sievert, and to my right is Mr. Whitten.
Otherwise, we'd have to put anonymous participants on.
Yeah,
on
sorry.
So the first item is we're asking for recommendation to Council for the 2026 funding budget for the Miami County Public Health. That district provides all of our public health services. As in, for many decades, I guess now, our funding allocation has consisted of a combination of 0.4 outside mills in the property tax as well as 0.2 inside mills. That is the same calculation that is used throughout the county by all of the entities that are involved, all 24, including us. We do not have a dedicated levy, but again, we've allocated this out of our general fund, based on the most recent calculation of the property assessed value. The health district has calculated that our annual amount should increase by less than 2%, 1.9% over the 2025 allocation. And we continue to receive, I would say, excellent services. No reason to change that relationship. It's a very modest increase, and we are not asking for emergency legislation.
Mr. Whitten, any questions, concerns?
Just a comment, it's a great partnership, so I'm glad we're moving forward with that.
Mr. Sievert?
No concerns. We should move forward.
Any other council members? Anybody from the audience? Okay, how would you like to proceed?
Move forward, please.
Move forward.
I agree, if you can move forward to council with a positive recommendation. Okay. Next thing to come before us is to provide a recommendation to council regarding enacting legislation for the adoption of Cybersecurity Program that is now required by House Bill 96.
House Bill 96 was passed earlier this year by the state legislature and signed into law by the governor. Among other it requires every entity, every public entity to have a cybersecurity plan, for protection, for monitoring, as well as an emergency action plan in the event that there is a hacking. I know from the absolutely thrilling feedback that I get from everybody that, and you know what, it reminds me, I got my email and I have not looked at my own video, that we all love those videos from Arctic Wolf. That is as silly as some of them are, I quickly remind myself and you all that the fact that you're thinking about them, the fact that you have a reaction to them means that you're watching them and they're having some kind of an impact. That is a component of our cybersecurity plan. HB 96 requires by January 1st that by council action you acknowledge that we have the plan, that we will follow the plan, that we will all hail the plan, and follow the rules, regulations, and requirements of HB 96. It is not it's not effective until January 1st, so we are not asking for emergency legislation.
Does this include public records request, or is that
the components and the details of our plan are exempt from public records? Thank you for bringing that up. Those plans are confidential. They include updating our COP, our Cybersecurity Operations Plan, in the event of some kind of a breach. But then if that were to happen and there were some payout that had to be made, then there are some public acknowledgments at that point that we would have to make.
Okay.
We've not had that. Knock on wood, we won't have that. But again, the details of those plans, of our plans and everybody else's plans for security, very real security reasons, are exempt from public records.
And will the state be evaluating? Do we just send those in? Do they just,
No, they don't.
How do they evaluate that we did?
No, they are available in case we have any questions, if we need any input from them. They do not need to edit or approve those
anything.
plans.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
I have a question. Didn't we just fund this process? I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it. But didn't we wasn't this just part of something that we just funded, was our security? Wasn't that a contract that we just entered into?
Well, yes, that's a part of the Arctic Wolf continuing. That's an annual cost to us. There's some additional monitoring that they will be doing for us. That is all part of this plan, but that's going to be we're going to have an annual funding allocation for cybersecurity for probably forever. Maybe.
So this is just to accept we have that plan?
Right. This is not asking for
This isn't
funding
for
or
funding.
anything.
It's just accept
This is
the
just
plan
saying
as written.
council is acknowledging and recognizing and committed to the cybersecurity.
And who do we report this to, the state?
We do not. We
Well,
may
Stu
have to
said yes
report-
and you said no.
Well, we may have to report. We'll let them know that we passed legislation so that we're on track with it. We also, I failed to mention, we do have some mechanisms in place through the state auditor as well as our insurance pool, so they have knowledge of our plans to make sure that we're in compliance.
But the state's not going to oversee our plan. We have autonomy to do whatever we want.
We administer our own plan.
Okay.
We're responsible for that.
They're just saying you have to have a plan.
Right.
Okay.
And you have to tell us what it is.
Yeah. Get a
Okay.
plan. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Any questions from other council members? Mr. Phillips?
Not necessarily a question, but
Oh.
a comment. And just coincidentally, on 60 Minutes this past Sunday, they had a four-star general, since retired, that was with the National Intelligence Service and was head of this for our country. And he pointed out that a small town in, I think it was Minnesota, was hacked by China. And they specifically are targeting smaller cities to get into their infrastructure, whether it's wastewater, water, electrical, or other things. And they're getting particular information that they're just sitting on. They're not installing malware. They're doing many things to just sit as a misinformation campaign in case of chaos or mass event or something. And this is something that's exceedingly real. And that's just one of the countries in the world that is trying to attack us and other countries. So this is something that the public needs to take exceedingly serious at home, and we need to safeguard here so that hacking and other things with our employees getting into our system and that sort of thing is prevented. So it's a very serious item, and it's well worth the money, whatever the money is.
Yep. Any other council members? Anybody from the audience? Yes. Please come up, state your name, address.
Matt Breen, 1435 Edinburgh Drive, Troy, Ohio. Under the House bill that was passed, do you know if our current cybersecurity requirements already meet that, or is this something that we'll have to, as a city, invest more in to be able to get up to those standards?
As far as an outside contract and beefing that up, there may be some incremental additional monitoring, such as what Mr. Sievert mentioned earlier that they've already approved. Where we need to, we are still finalizing are the specific elements in the emergency action plan would there be a breach, who's, the order of contacting, the names, the numbers, that kind of thing, those details. So that's where we're at, and we're probably 85% of the way to having everything together, but we're in compliance with what they expect at this point.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
If I may, sir, our city IT, they take this exceedingly to heart also. They are very aggressive on that, so hopefully that helps and answer your question.
Any other comments? All right, how would you like to proceed?
Move forward.
Move forward.
I agree. Move forward to council with a positive recommendation. Is there anything else to come before the Safety and Health Committee?
No, sir.
We are adjourned.